Hello everybody, this is Shauna and this is my official coming out video. I have not come out before and I feel like I really want to. I mean, ultimately what really matters is how I feel about myself. No one should feel like they have an obligation per se to come out to the universe, but it's who I am. I feel like my personal gender identity is something that is not spoken about enough. There's a lot of confusion, and no one seems to want to step forward and really create awareness. And I mean that's fine. Everyone can say exactly as much as they want, but I don't work that way. I really want people to understand where I'm coming from. I want my gender identity to be a known common thing. The more awareness we have about one another, the more understanding will take place and better connections. For the record, I am a genderqueer, and a lot of people don't really understand exactly what that means, but well, let me try to explain in this way. Being a genderqueer basically means that you don't identify with the sex that you were born with. I was born female. I don't really feel like I belong in my own skin. I feel like, I mean, I'm fine with being a female, but the gender roles that we as a society facilitate aren't anything that I can relate to, and it feels awkward trying to ascribe myself to femininity. It's weird. It's so weird. We are a very, very defined country and the way we look at males and females. Not every country looks at it this way. We look at it that way a lot because of psychology, science. We have done a lot of research about what femininity and masculinity is, and we do ascribe it to sex, and a lot of that evidence is very profoundly true. You do tend to see more femininity among females and more masculinity among males, but that's not always true, and you can see that in a transgendered person. A transgendered person feels like they don't belong in their own skin, that maybe as a male they feel like they identify more closely with being female, and then, vice versa. Being genderqueer is like that in a way. Being transgendered typically means that you want to transition from a boy to a girl, or from a girl to a boy, but I don't feel that way. I don't really feel closely identified with either gender, and I don't want to have those kind of expectations on me. I don't want to feel like I have to be a feminine person to succeed in being my gender. Conversely, I don't really feel like I identify with being masculine, so that doesn't work with me either, and that's okay. I mean, I really feel like it's a very, very rare thing for someone to feel 100% male or female. It does happen, but it doesn't happen terribly often. I feel like most of us can relate to some degree with masculinity and femininity, but what I'm trying to say is just that the world is not really so black and white like that. I fall kind of more squarely in the middle. If you look at it kind of like a scale, it's an interesting, actually. I took a test earlier today, just this morning actually. My psychology teacher was just talking about gender identity, and actually told us about a certain test, and it is about specifically the psychological tendencies of males and females, like how our brain works. And I scored kind of closely to the middle. Femininity on the left-hand side, masculinity on the right. I scored as thinking slightly more as a male than a female, kind of more about 25% male. But I mean, it was pretty squarely in the middle, and so I have a lot of feminine traits and a lot of masculine traits, and I own that, and I'm fine with that. I don't want to have to choose. That's the bottom line. And so I'm a genderqueer. I really don't care whether you address me as he or she. You can call me it, they. It really doesn't matter. I hope you understand that I don't feel like, to achieve my my own personal needs and wants, that femininity is how to get there. Some biological girls feel that way, and that's fine. That's perfect for them. But I don't identify that way. I don't want to be a male either. I just want to be me, and me is just some crazy mixture in the middle. And I don't want society to tell me how to be my sex, and that's it. I mean, on that note, there's such a profound difference between gender and sex. Gender is how you define yourself. It is your identity in the world. For some reason, we put a lot more emphasis on femininity and masculinity to achieve that means. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't even come close to stopping there. But unfortunately, that's the common thing. And just sex, I mean, it has nothing to do with behavior and expression. Sex just happens to be what's between your legs. That's really about it. So I'm here saying, do not apply the two together. When it comes to sex, I don't feel estranged. That's fine. I mean, for that record, I'm pansexual. I'm attracted to a lot of different types of people, and it has nothing to do with how I relate to myself. How I relate to myself is a very personal thing, and I just really wish that more people were okay with that. To just let a person be. I mean, let their actions speak for themselves, and not assume things because of their sex. And I think I might be a little bit redundant at this point. I really hope that I made myself clear. If you have any questions, please ask. I want to be able to facilitate as much understanding as possible about this very difficult topic. It's very personal. It's always such a tricky thing to define. And in the end, I just want to be treated neutrally. I want my actions to speak for themselves, and I'm a genderqueer, and I am so much happier with myself after admitting that. And I feel like I don't need to be a girl for anyone anymore. I can just be me, and I don't need to try to blend in with society, not, be a a housewife or be, you know, a confident businesswoman or just have anything to do with being a woman. I just want to be me at the end. Please, please, please ask me questions if you would like me to clarify any more. I realize that I run on tangents and I can be less than eloquent. I'm an excellent writer. These things well, I let my hammering heart speak for itself there.